back to the Lights I See. Today, today in my video, what I'm wanting to talk about is a couple stuff that I've been learning, like for instance, like at different places, like where I like go to. Like for instance, the following places that we are going to be talking about. Like number one, doing it like inside a casino, like what I learned from like going there and trying to do like a YouTube video. Like for instance, like at a place that I can go look into, like for instance. So like for instance, looking on here, this is filming inside a casino, and this is what TripAdvisor says, okay? I think I've seen YouTube clips almost around the hotels. Some like Wynn and are more retail restricted than others, what I can tell by other videos. As long as you're not walking around the interior filming gaming tables, I think others are fine with it. Worst comes that they can't allow it and put your camera away, go during non-active hours, and you'll probably be fined. Now, like for instance, like on here, like for instance, if we asked like Yahoo if we could bring a radio scanner to a casino, it's already no, dude. Taking your radio scanner to a casino. 5 ways to handle a ID radio scanner, which I kind of already made a video about this. You guys can look that up. But we're going to learn just a little bit more about it, which is really good for people that is going on my channel and looking around at it, trying to understand like what in the world. So like looking at BMO's hotel and casino, they got for instance like security on here. It's like a frequency of 464.250, and their repeater mobile in their area is 412 dPL. Now, like for instance, like looking around, like MGM Resorts, they use a DMR3, which mostly all radio scanners I've been seeing. Like for instance, if you guys bring like a good kind of radio scanner, like for instance the Uniden Bearcat 125AT, which picks up air traffic control, and like for instance like that, I think you guys would be like fine and stuff. Because on here, Radio Reference actually puts like a whole lot of different like information. Like for the Lakeland area, they got for instance like the Ibriata Resort, which has like almost all DMR, so you guys cannot pick that up. Like for instance, the Lakeland River Resort, the only thing you guys can pick up on there is like the slots. The Riverside, you guys can pick up everything but the security. At the New Pioneer Casino Ops, like for instance, you guys could pick up American First Responders, you guys could pick up primary outlets, the Southern California edition, Edison, which I wouldn't mind listening to that. So like looking at their attractions they got, for instance, Fremont Street, you guys cannot listen to except for if you guys have like a DMR. Like for instance, if you guys go like to a raceway, you guys can listen to that because all those radio frequencies are like NXDN and like Wet and Wild. I would recommend you guys bring a radio scanner in there because at Wet and Wild, they probably would not want you to listen to their secrets. So like for instance, we look on here, some Oklahoma past 10 to 15 years, numerous casinos online, if wondering anybody has a security that cannot tell scan. So this right here is actually talking about a really good thing that we need to understand. Like if we ever want to bring like a radio scanner like on a cruise. So like if we talk in like for instance like a walkie-talkie to a casino, walkie-talkies in the casino 15 years ago say you sir won't be allowed use. They're within or near the sports book or set at tables for having them keep a track of one another. I don't think there's a problem. So like for instance, they got like casino walkie-talkies, which are like Motorola. They also got, for instance, going on down, they got, I'm wondering if casinos allow walkie-talkies. This is like a few things about Atlantic City, okay? I wouldn't think that Atlantic City would allow it, but they say casinos do not allow communication devices in sports and race book areas. Other than that, feel free to get lost and buzz your husband. The only illegal buy state is in the booking area. Take a dying view taking a phone in action on any gambling table. The poker floor, bosses get angry. Like for instance, it's telling me on here that, for instance, it's okay for us to listen to radio frequencies. Now let's go over to Atlantic City and see what in the world are they talking about on there, like for like the hotels and casinos. Like for instance, the Caesars Atlantic City, you guys can listen to that, which I think that is really interesting. It's like for instance, the Flagship Resort, the Conrail Resort, yeah, but here's slots you guys can listen to. But the Golden Nugget you can't, Bally's you can if you guys don't have like a DMR radio. Looking on like their businesses, you guys can listen to like their country clubs and stuff. What I recommend, you guys try to take it into Walmart and see if they would let you. Looks like also walkie-talkies to a inside the live casino and hotel. The live casino resort says you wouldn't be able to bring it, but for instance, like looking on here, now for instance, the live casino that I'm talking about is the one in Baltimore, which I'm going to talk about that here in a minute if I can find that. Like for instance, like on here, walkie-talkie policy for learning. So like Microsoft Teams has it so you guys can use it. So like walkie-talkie channels are like for instance like for instance like a lot of ships like and stuff really does not let you guys use them like on like a casino boat. Like for instance, sometimes they're on the casino boat, they sometimes have like different people that's walking around, and if you guys are needing like any help, you guys could like for instance say, hey, I need your help, would you be able to help me? So that's for instance like at the Victory Casino ship, which I learned at the hard way, which I shouldn't have, but I should have just looked at their website or just called them. Like for instance, I understand why. It's because they do not want people like me or anybody else to listen to stuff that honestly looks into like their different stuff, like their different radio frequencies. So like for instance, let's just say you guys are like on a mission and you guys are saying, you guys wait here for a minute, and then after that I take you over to the radio scanner building, which doesn't matter to us, which where we keep all of your radio scanners. Like for instance, this security guard was really nice. He got to let me keep my radio scanner inside the building, but while I was on the ship, that was not the good idea. Alright guys, just to tell you guys like what I learned from doing this video today. What I learned is like, I usually use that laptop over there, but for instance today, because I left some at my dad's, so what I learned today, number one, I'm using like different radio frequencies, and number two, you guys can just do your looking up on your own. Alright guys, I hope this video helps you guys out by any way. If you guys need any help, make sure you guys give me a tab on the comments, or if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, ding that notification bell, so you guys will not miss out on any videos. And YouTube, remember, it's nice to be nice, and YouTube, I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.